TIFU by Coconut my BF into a seizure. I'm going to preface this TIFU by saying, no, this didn't actually happen today. It has taken me some time to heal and see the humor in it. It was our first Valentine's Day together this year. I woke up super cheesecake and reached over for him, and noticed he was extremely ready to go as well. I decided what better way to start off the holiday than to begin with loud, hot morning banana. It was incredible, and after we came together, we collapsed in bed. I needed some post-orgasmic cuddles and turned. This is when things begin to go wrong. All of the sudden, he started trying to motion to me. I glanced up at him and realized he was seconds away from a seizure. He has epilepsy, and has advised me how to care for him. Sure enough, he began to violently seize. I go full protective mode and try to help him. He was lying on his back and started to choke on his saliva. We're both still naked and I have gone from a concerned, collected and supportive GF to an adrenaline-fueled mama bear in full-on freak-out mode. Fight or flight kicks in and I know I must get him onto his side to prevent asphyxiation. On the smaller side, being 5 feet 6 inches and around 125 pounds. So when my actively seizing BF, 6 foot 2 190 pounds, needs to be moved, I go balls to the walls. I grabbed his arm and pull with all my weight and everything in me and heard a disgusting clack. Once he's back to and able to talk, he moans, saying that his arm is killing him, and that he thinks it's dislocated. I drive him to the hospital, and sure enough his shoulder is severely dislocated. I apologized profusely to my man, who responded, "Babe, you button-out me into a seizure. I'm pretty sure you cannot top something like that." So not only, on our first Valentine's Day together did I literally zucchini him into a seizure, but I also dislocated his shoulder. TLDR, had cheesecake with boyfriend that had a seizure afterwards, tried to turn him on his side and dislocated his shoulder in the process. At least his seizure was polite enough to wait until after you were finished. Seizure banana. I bet that's on Pornhub. Well, now I need to find out. Yes, that is apparently a thing. Edit, my first silver, thank you kind user. Edit, goes to Pornhub, gets gold. Thanks y'all. Waiter. I'll have what he's having. He saw an opportunity and really seized the moment. Awesome story. It's got everything: coconut, happy ending, nudity, violence, drama, happy ending, the other kind, risk of asphyxiation. A TL drive didn't happen today. Edit, I've been informed that there are not enough dragons, drugs, or ninjas in this story, nor does it mention poop or alcohol. There also hasn't been an obligatory edit thanking a kind stranger for gold. I would like to apologize on behalf of /u/kitten on keyboard 22 for these and any other omissions. TIFU by telling my 3-year-old daughter that I would eat her booty. Alright, so let's start this with a little context because right off the bat reading the title you'll be like WTF. So my wife and 3-year-old daughter play tag pretty much on a daily. And more accurately it's more of a chase me game. My daughter never chases back when caught. Anyways, the game usually starts by my daughter telling my wife, "Mommy, get my booty. Get my booty mom," and off to the races they go. Obviously this is a game that both parents play and she'll also usually request that we be a dinosaur, monster, tiger, etc. This get my booty thing is also something she says at daycare now when playing with friends, but luckily everyone thinks it's cute and we haven't gotten any feedback on it. This brings us to last night. The wife is upstairs with our little boy giving him a bath when my daughter jumps on the couch, puts her butt right next to my face and yells, "Get my booty daddy." To which I reply nonchalantly, "I'm going to eat your booty." Nom nom nom, since her butt was right next to my face. I immediately regret it because she jumps off the couch and starts yelling, "Eat my booty daddy. Eat my booty," and takes off running. Dear Lord, what have I done? I try to go into damage control and revert back to "get your booty," but it's too late. Eat my booty is the new tag. I took her to daycare this morning. I hope she forgot all about it. I'm dreading picking her up. TL, doctor, my daughter yells "get my booty" to initiate games of tag. With her jumping on the couch and shaking her butt right next to my face, I instead say, "I'm going to eat your booty." She now yells eat my booty to initiate the game instead. Edit, a word. Also thanks for the gold kind stranger. There were lots of requests for an update after pickup. All is well, even played the chase me game at daycare while picking her up. Thanks to everyone that shared their own stories, they were hilarious and me and the wife really enjoyed them. For those that got offended, sorry? None of it was intended and I thought it was a funny anecdote to share. Cheers. Haha. It happens, don't feel too bad about it. Kids say the darndest things. My daughter calls boo-boos or injuries boobies. Naturally, this results in some pretty embarrassing moments in public. Falls and gets hurt. Turns to me crying and says, "Daddy kiss my boobie." LOL, I'm sorry but this is hilarious. You may get questioned at pickup time. When my son was 4, hubby and I took him to the drive-in movie theater, you know, the kind that plays 2 movies back to back while you sit in your car. Well, the second movie started late, plus it was PG-13, so we made it a cool thing, laid the seat down and set up a fort with blankets, pillows, books, etc. so he could sleep while we watched the second one. He thought it was the greatest thing in the entire world. So when he went to pre-K that Monday and teacher asked how his weekend was, he exclaimed, "Mommy had me sleep in the trunk this weekend." And, of course, I got questioned. They had to verify my drive-in story with him and he did say it was during a movie, but oh my god, it was mortifying. Best of luck, booty eater smile. Yeah, I sometimes have weird conversations with my 3.5-year-old son. Recently he saw me naked while I was getting changed and he asked why my weenie was bigger than his. I explained that I'm older and bigger so my weenie is bigger too. But he wouldn't drop it. He kept asking if his will look like mine when he's older. And I realized I just had a 5-minute conversation comparing banana sizes with a 3-year-old. How did your wife react to this? She laughed her coconut off. Kids at that age think stuff like that is funny. And I'm pretty sure if your daycare is worth anything they'll know kids say the weirdest things. You'll be okay. Haha. I sure hope so. I'm just picturing being called into the principal's office with her shaking her head at me. Like, what did you do? TIFU by getting in my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend's car. So this actually happened about a week and a half ago. Some pre-knowledge. I dated my next door neighbor for about a year and a half. But then we eventually broke up. So the other day I was really hungry and wanted some Panda Express orange chicken. I texted my friend to see if he wanted to go get some Panda with me and he replied sure, but that he wanted to drive because he had gotten a new car and wanted to surprise me with it. I was like, alright, sounds good brother, see you in a bit. A couple minutes later a car rolls up in front of my house. So naturally I went out and got in thinking that it was my friend. Got in and buckled and was ready to go when the driver looked over and said, "You're not my girlfriend." Quickly I looked up and realized, oh god, I am in my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend's car. I started to unbuckle and get out. I opened the door and heard a thunk. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh god, I just hit the door against the curb, but when I looked up it turns out I actually hit my ex with the door. Quickly I apologized and got out and waited for my friend inside my house. Doctor, I got in my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend's car thinking that it was my friend. Then when I got out I hit her with the door. I don't know what would be worse, hitting the door against the curb or hitting the girlfriend. I honestly don't know which I would prefer. You're not my girlfriend. Buy me lunch, and we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna lie man, that's absolutely hilarious and wild how that all came together perfectly for this to happen. Yeah, I guess if you date your next door neighbor then something like this is eventually bound to happen. Especially if you have the worst luck like me. Once I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. This was in the 90s. Every car was white and looked exactly the same. I'm a girl and it was my time of the month and I was getting ready for PT, physical training. I jump into my friend's car to head down to the field and I start babbling about my period and how gross it is and the clots and the farts, and I turn my head and I realize I am in some random sergeant's car, and he is looking absolutely horrified. No, I need to know what happened next. You didn't die of embarrassment, so you did much better in that situation than I would have. Anything happen? Did she message you later having a go at you? Yay, her exact words were, "You have brought being stupid to a whole new level. This kind of stupidity is the reason we broke up." My reply was just, "Well, you shouldn't have been standing there."